turns out. We're going to record this because that way we can share it with the team if that works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. All right. So you just come up here to this little wizard guy. If it'll let you click on it. Go to Setup Wizard.
Mm-hmm.
And then, no, I don't want that. Next. Okay. And then hit start. And so this is going to tell you set up your income goal, put like your goal for your business and things like that. And honestly, I ignore all of that.
Okay.
I ignore this. Like, this is like a system that he built out. And, you know, it's supposed to tell you, okay, like here, let's break this down. If you reach out this many prospects, this many customers, this many coaches each day, you're, you know, based on your goal, like if you put your number in there, et cetera, they'd be like, this is how many people you need to do a day. But I find that paying attention to the dashboard in here can really, really distracting you from actually like working your business the way you would if you weren't using Teamzy. And so I find like Teamzy should be used more of like a CRM system rather than a to-do list.
Okay.
So, I mean, like, look, it even has you like fill out your why and like, wow, that's all well and good. I mean, you've done this in your training. You know, at the point where you're getting Teamzy, you're reaching out and following up and you just need it for that.
Right.
So it's going to tell you how to do this. So if you already have CSV, Facebook, blah, 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 blah. So Coach Online Office and Facebook. So this will teach you how to, anybody that you have already as a coach or customer, how to import them. And it's going to show you how to import your entire Facebook list.
Okay.
So this little, I mean, we can literally do it too. So this little video will show you, and I'm pretty sure when you put them in there, they automatically go in as coach, customer, et cetera.
Got it.
And when you add people in from Facebook, they all automatically go in as prospects. And the system already has within it a way to like catch duplications so it won't duplicate people.
Got it.
Once you log on to the coach office, I want you to click on monitor my business.
So he's had to update this because clearly we've changed our back office from when we first started. So he says, go to personally sponsored coaches.
Okay.
You're going to export the list.
Right now, there's no data on the page.
Okay.
So we just need to wait a second for that data to load. You may have to, I found, also give it a refresh. There it is. Now, once it's there, you can click export. Okay. Then you confirm that you want to do the export. And it's done. Okay. Now it says do not navigate away. Okay, now it's ready. I got it. Now I'm going to go back to monitor my business, and we're going to get our customer list. It's in the customer's order. So let's do that.
So my customers, you do the same thing. You export your list. Now you've got those two lists exported onto your computer.
Got it.
Done. Simple. Now we've got our exports. We're going to go over to Teamzy in a minute. Now, a couple notes on that Coach Office, guys. Sometimes it fails to load the data. Just refresh the page, and it will usually happen the second time. Okay. Now that we're in Teamzy, we're going to go to Team. We're going to click on Import Contents. Okay, so we're going to click Choose File. My downloads will see those downloads.
Okay.
And then you know you're personally sponsored, and you'll add those in and import them as coaches.
Do the same thing for customers.
Yeah. And then you'll do the same exact thing for customers. Now, more importantly,
it's already put them in as coaches, which is great. And then we go straight to the rank mode where I can rank up by.
So when he says go to rank mode, ignore that. You do not need to come in here and put all of the star ranking. Okay. So what happens is they'll all automatically go in as a 3-star and like a 3-star rank, which means that they're like average, like semi-interested, like whatever. And you can look at their ranking scores there, but like literally you can ignore that. I don't touch those at all because I don't use the system the way that he prescribes. So I ignore that completely. Then over here, during the Facebook one, I'll warn you, takes a little bit. So you can go through
walk you through the steps to get your Facebook friends list out of Facebook.
Yeah. So you can walk through the steps that he walks you through with Facebook. It's going to have you go through the steps, and then Facebook actually sends you to your email the list in a CSV form.
Okay.
It can take days. Sometimes it can take a week. But once you have that, then I would pop right back up into Setup Manager or Setup Wizard, and I would come right back here and then just rewatch so you know exactly how to add your Facebook people in there.
Okay. Got it.
And then when you add them in, just put them in prospects.
Okay.
And so the import CSV, this is basically like the instructions for after you've had Facebook sent to you, or if you just randomly have some list that you've been, whatever, an email list that you've been using or something like that, and you want to upload it. Okay. So now once everybody is in there, you'll, obviously yours doesn't have anyone because you haven't added anyone yet, but let me actually share my screen for a hot minute.
Okay.
I don't know if I even have Teamzy open right now, but we'll see. So share screen. And then let's go to, yes, I do. Let's go here. Okay. So when you sign in here, according to like the wizard or how they describe to you how to use your dashboard, when you come in during the day, it's going to tell you, see how I have 173 right here by follow-ups?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it would have a certain number by coaches, a certain number by customers, a certain number by prospects. So the coaches are the coach for, sheet that you uploaded in there. The customers are the customer sheet. And then your prospects are everybody from Facebook. And so what they do, and I don't know if you can, I don't think you can download people from Instagram that follow you, but technically if you could, you absolutely could add them in there as well, like just their handles, and have that pop up through a CSV or whatever. So what it would do is it's basically telling you what's up next. And then like, you're like, oh, I have 10 prospects to reach out to today, because that's what I put as my goal, is that I want to start 10 new conversations. Right. And then, I need to touch base with, at least 5 of my customers each day. And I need to touch base with my coaches. And then like I have these follow-ups that I set up. So you'll have all those numbers. And then as you log them, they pop up here. Right. And then your goal is to have like 100% of your dashboard done by the end of the day. But that's what I'm saying. Ignore. We're not going to do it that way at all. So you're not going to have numbers here by prospects or numbers here by customers or coaches, because that's just not like that's just not how I use it. What I do is anytime I talk to somebody, I come in here and I will find them because they've been uploaded. So to find them, I literally can just type in their name here, or if I've been following up with them, they'll just pop up here. Mm-hmm. And then once I reach out to them, I'm just going to hit, yes, I talked to them on Facebook. And if I need to set the next follow-up date, I'm going to set it for whenever I want. So you can do tomorrow, 2 days, 4 days, 1 week, or you can hit custom and you can choose like a specific day. Yeah. And then I don't add anything in this notes section. And the reason I don't add anything in the notes section is because when I go to open up Messenger to chat with somebody, I'm going to be able to look right there to see like what our last conversation was. And that will immediately, bless you, that will immediately like jog my memory. I'll know what we're doing. So I'm not going to waste my time during the tracking process putting people in.
That makes sense.
Okay. I also don't like, you can even come in here like once you've made the sale, right? Like, so I'll just hit coaches so it's under somebody else. So like Mariah Nichols, right? Like I could click on Mariah and I could say, you can see right here, I've changed her to coach type. Mm-hmm. Right here, I've put, she's not a PS coach. She's a downline coach in my organization. So like, I could come in here and I could technically be like, oh, I sold something to somebody, and I could put this in here, and you can track all of that. But what I use it for is simply like, it's easier than an Excel spreadsheet, and it's easier than writing everybody that I've talked to down on a piece of paper. So like if I send out 30 donuts in one day, and at the end of the day, like I go to my messenger, I can just track them. I'll literally type their name in and hit, so-and-so Facebook follow up in 2 days, right? And then I've got all 30 of those people that I'm going to follow up with again in 2 days. And they were like all the people that I sent a donut to. So I have my follow-up message already. So right on my phone, I'll have my Teamzy dashboard open on my computer. Mm-hmm. And so I'll be able to see my follow-ups right here. I'll go right down the phone with like, my follow-up messages. And then I'll quickly come in and I'll just track them and add them for the next time that they want to pop up. So like
Got
if
it.
I have somebody who's like, oh, I want to get, so Rachel's like, I get paid on Friday. I would come in here and I would be like, awesome. She wants to get started Friday. I'll come and I'll just hit, follow up on the 8th and then hit
Got it.
log connect. And then I don't have to think about them because on Friday when I log into Teamzy,
It'll
they're
tell you.
right here under follow up. So I click on follow up and I know exactly who I need to follow up with that day.
Got it.
Make sense?
Yes.
Any questions?
I may have more once I get my everything uploaded.
Yeah, once you get started. But it's really I was using it the way that Teamzy had prescribed and like going through prospects and customers and coaches and follow-ups and getting my dashboard to 100% and doing all of that stuff. And it was slowing me down from the process of what I usually do. And so I was like, what was I doing before? I was, just reaching out to people on Facebook that I've had in my friends list. And then at the end of the day, like writing them down on a piece of paper. And if I had like a legit combo with somebody who was interested, they went on my hot list, or if somebody said they got paid or something, I'd put them in my little planner book and I'd put like what day I needed to follow up with them. But like, I was like, how can I make Teamzy do that for me? And so this is just what I do.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to